Welcome to Scatology with Steve.
Yo.
Balonee!
Fuck off, Baldwin.
Steve and I have been mates since like fucking 20 years, man.
Yeah.
We went to high school together.
Yeah.
And I was in, I don't know, it was my first bands? Were they your first bands too?
It was my second band.
Second band.
But the first band was, we actually, can't really remember now. Yeah. Yeah, it was my second band, I think.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
So it was Shave the Weasel, and then we had our first punk band together, Lame. So that's where I started writing my first music. I started playing bass. 2 weeks later, I started a band with Steve, Lame.
Yep.
And the rest is history. I only got worse as a player. I mean, the first song I wrote was actually I worked it out decades later. It was actually in the Locrian mode. How many punk songs do you know that were written in the Locrian mode? Now I don't even know the fucking definition of the term, so I've just gotten worse and worse and worse. But one day I'll probably go full circle and start playing punk again. Once I finally understand what the fuck I'm doing on the bass.
I just hit the white circles and I'm normally okay.
Yeah, man, just like old Eddie.
Yeah.
Old Eddie Sheeran.
Hit the white circles, just bust out a pentatonic, bit of a string bend for a Clapton-esque, the old slow hand. Yeah. Especially the dual string bend. You can't go past it. Oh, it's a spot every time.
Every fucking time.
Yeah, no matter how crap you are, wherever you're lost.
Yeah, bend it like Clapton. They're almost like moves like Jagger.
Yes, yeah.
For guitarists.
Yep. Stick to that pentatonic, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
It's sidestep. Pretty much. Yeah. I saw a photo of these two guys in World War II. They just captured like a German anti-tank bazooka or whatever. And there's one guy like that, like, oh, look how big my dick is. And it's just like, it continues on forever, like this beautiful photo. So good.
The German helmets look like fucking dicks.
Yeah, in World War One. Fuck, World War One.
Even World War II. Think about Sergeant Schultz. That helmet. That's like a dick.
Yeah. He's got the head there. Yeah. Because all Nazis are fucking pricks.
That's right. Exactly.
They were.
I think that was the point of that shit.
And the helmets, walking dicks.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, how do we get the every fucking podcast? You bring up the Germans
Every time. Stop bringing it up. Every German time.
He's Polish.
That German.
Oh yeah, of course. That would bring up happy memories.
Yeah.
Happy memories.
Previous lives and such.
Yeah. Fun times.
But we were going to talk about something.
Have you been to Germany?
Oh, sorry.
No. I've only been to London in Europe, and that was to do a Canadian visa run. So
Canadian visa run.
Yeah. I had to go from Arctic to Montreal to London to get my new visa to stay in Canada.
To stay in the tundra.
Yeah. It's a place called Quebec. This is a province, and the town was at the time was Scattin. It's like a Cree village on the Hudson Bay.
A what village?
Cree. It's a native Canadian group of people. The Cree. So I had to fly out of Canada just to renew my Canadian visa for a year and then fly back up. So that was like 5 nights sleeping in airports. It's really
Lots of fun.
But worth it in the end.
Oh, yeah. After that, I moved to a place called Sanikiluat, which was a frozen island in the middle of Hudson's Bay. And that was like beluga whales.
Is it big?
The island, I'd say probably a bit smaller than, about half the size of Tasmania. But it's more like narrow strips of land surrounded by Arctic Ocean. And there's 600 people.
The size of Tasmania.
Yeah.
And that's huge.
And 600 Inuit live there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Inuit, not Cree.
Yeah, because I moved from Toronto for 6 months in Canada, then with Scattin for a year with the Cree, and then you go a bit north and then it's Inuit people. The northern bit.
Right.
That was fucking crazy. Yeah.
That would have been beautiful, seeing all that.
Stunning. No trees, no plants, no shrubs, just blueberries.
Really?
Yeah, like just rocks
Wow.
ice and snow and
Superfood.
yeah, great fishing. Great
So you got
fishing.
blueberries and beluga to eat.
Yeah. And beluga.
Right.
Got to eat polar bear as well. That was pretty good.
Did ya?
Yeah. They get a permit for like I think it's 13 polar bear. They're legally allowed to hunt.
Was it nice?
13 per community. They
I
can
mean,
hunt.
was the polar bear nice?
It's a bit gamey. That was pretty good.
Understandably.
Yeah, I prefer caribou or reindeer.
Mm.
They're much tastier.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you ever hunt anything yourself?
I just fished.
Just
I just
fished.
fished.
Yeah.
Like, I had an invite to go out and go hunting some moose with a guy, but he was a bit of a shady character, so
Yeah,
I decided
well,
to not.
Salmon?
Salmon? No, it was mostly walleye.
What?
Walleye. It's like a green
heard of it.
fish in
There's a
northern
picture up on
Canada.
the screen.
Yeah, walleye.
What does it look like? Describe it for me.
It's green and it's
Green.
got 3 sets of jaws inside it, and it's a freshwater fish. So if you cast out just after the ice melts, you can just reel them in with just a metal lure. Just pull them in, like it's just so easy.
How big are they?
They range from babies to I've seen photos on the internet of some being about that, but
Okay.
mine were mostly about that size.
Good eating.
Yeah. Pretty easy.
Three jaws.
Yeah, three jaw lines, 3 rows of teeth. Yeah.
Little buggies. Sound like piranhas.
Yeah, and then compare that to like, living in Melbourne. I lived in Melbourne for about 6, 7, 8 years, in my 20s and 30s, and had the perfect fishing spot because there was no fish. So I could just go there, cast out a rod, chuck a ciggy from work, and then just sit there and just drink until midday.
Yeah.
So one time I was there, it was a Friday, had a flu, and cast out my rod and I drank my 12 beers and passed out about midday. I was having a nap in the sun, and you just woke up. There's a bloody photographer taking me there, like passed out around my head in beer bottles.
Oh, you're fucking sick, Dad.
Yeah, with a fishing rod that I'm not even paying any attention to because there's no fish. That was a perfect spot, mate. Yeah, I love that.
They sound like 2 good fishing spots to me, mate.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to catch fish, if you just want to get drunk in public legally, beautifully.
Or have your photo taken.
Yeah.
Mm.
I always wish I had asked her for a copy of that photo because that would be a great Facebook profile picture or something.
Yeah, totally. I would want it. Yeah, for sure. That would be great. Rob fucking plastered. Here's your profile
Do you have any
picture.
plans when you move to Cairns of starting any bands?
Oh, I've thought about it. I found there seems to be one bar in Cairns that focuses on music. I think it's the Elixir Hotel or something like that. They seem to have a lot of people that come through, and they're more like open mic nights or a comedy night or those kinds of things.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah,
Elixir.
yeah, something like
Sounds
that.
like a good place in Cairns.
Yeah. Shout out to
Just
Elixir
from what
or
you've said.
whatever it is. Yeah,
Yeah, whatever it's really called.
Yeah, the music
Probably
place in
is,
Cairns.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I'm thinking I could do the covers routes and just play Blue Sky Mine and
Dude, it's a tourist town,
yeah,
so there'd be covers work.
yeah. I'm thinking of doing that. My partner Tanner might sing, so we're thinking of putting a cover set together. And for acoustic duos, it's going to be perfect.
True.
Because we're not actually staying in Cairns. We're staying in a place called Yorkie's Knob, which is hilarious, and also
Sounds like a dog's dick.
Yorkie's Knob. It's about 20k north of the place, so I think there's about 1,500 people there. And there's
Why do you keep going to these small places?
because
Why don't you move to New York for a bit? What is it?
I moved to cities, and then I get sick of the city and move to the country, and then I get sick of the country and move to the city.
Itchy feet.
Yeah, I just get bored. I've got like 2 years, and then
Steve
I
has
get bored.
itchy feet.
Sure.
Yeah.
How long were you when you were back in Melbourne for ages, weren't you?
Yeah, let me think. I was back in Melbourne for 3 years, then 2 years in Canada, then 6 years in Melbourne with a few tours and things thrown in, and then off to Phnom
Talking
Penh.
about that.
Yeah.
What tours were you doing, man?
Yeah, so let's see. I joined it with my old band called Backyard Surgeons.
That's right. You guys
And
were
then, well, luckily for me, the bass player couldn't make the China tour, so they asked me to learn how to play the songs on bass in 3 months and then go on tour. So I learned the bass as well as I could with 3 months preparation, and then first show in years was at Shanghai in front of 10,000 people.
Wow.
And just went out, and it was that big that you could hear like the roar of the crowd kind of gradually increase and decrease, and just kind of wash over you. So yeah, we did the MIDI festival. So it was Shanghai, Beijing, Wuhan, Chengdu, and then Shanghai, and I might have missed somewhere else. There was another gig in Beijing as well. Yeah. But yeah,
Were they all that big, like 10,000 people?
we had that first one was the biggest. We had a crowd of 5,000 and a crowd of about 3,000 at the MIDI festival ones, and then the smaller ones were more like club shows, so 200-300 people.
Yeah.
But every show was like 3 nights hotel accommodation, food.
3 nights?
Yeah, per city.
Shit.
And,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, food and
What were the hotels like?
range from range from a bit below average to the best hotels in the city.
Okay.
Like, yeah, the MIDI festival was the best hotel I showed.
Did you stay in a place with bed bugs, or it's like a step above?
No, actually, I avoided bed bugs in China.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's a step. That's like a step above shit.
Yeah.
Fuck is this bed bugs thing?
Oh man, have you?
I'm asking about the
People
hotels.
talk about
man.
this fucking bed bug
Flea bag hotels. I'm asking, was it a flea bag hotel?
No, mate. I've had bed bugs once, and they came home with me, and it took about a year to get rid of the bastards.
Where was that?
Really?
This was a place
Never
called
seen it.
Kampot in Cambodia.
Ah,
And I got them from a place called The Green Room in Kampot.
the green room.
They had bed bugs. And for the next
Don't
year,
go there.
they got into my mattress and they were
Don't.
eating me.
Go there.
And it fucks with your head, right? Because like, even after they're gone and you get the fumigators gone and you fixed everything, you still imagine that you're being bitten by bed bugs all the time and you can't sleep. Like, yeah.
How long was that a problem?
Me for a year and a half. I've only just gotten over it now. We only had the bed bugs for 3 months, but waking up at 3 a.m.
Psychological damage.
Yeah, but you wake up at 3 a.m. and you always think you're being bitten by shit. Drives you fucking mental. Like, yeah.
But not in China.
China was totally fine. Yeah. I was with a guy, I don't know if he's still doing it, Tom Matesi.
Shout out to Tom and Tessie.
Yeah, if he's still doing it. I don't know if you are or not, but yeah.
Shout out to backyard surgeons.
Yeah, backyard surgeons. Yeah. And all get fucked. They're a really good bunch of blokes, that band. That was really fun. It was like a Dillinger escape plan of punk, I guess. It was a shitload.
I don't understand what you mean.
Oh, Dillinger escape plan is like frantic random changes. And really, really fast paced, like.
Oh, okay. So kind of jazzy. Jazz punk.
Oh, I would take the jazz out and put maybe more Dexies in there. Random changes, like the ADD kid on drums. Just changing all the time. Yeah, that was an awesome band.
That's the essence of jazz, isn't it?
Yeah, that was some really great.
Deficit disorder.
Yeah,
that's
some
jazz.
really great songs with that band. Had loads of fun with those guys.
Yeah, man, that was a good EP. I think my ex took it to Vinny's. Actually.
Oh shit, I've got a couple of them. Yeah, there was Destined to Descent, and then the first EP, and then there was an album as well. And then, after that China tour, the band broke up. And so then it was onto a hard rock band in Melbourne. And we recorded an album in Nashville with a guy called Toby Wright. And he'd done Black Sabbath, Kiss, he did a Korn album. But he was like going between sound technician and producer. So with that band we went to Nashville for 5 weeks and did an album.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, so we ended up
expensive, I'm sure, but cool.
Yeah, it was hexy. But I was playing bass at that time, so pretty much
you could just be wasted all the time if you were playing bass, man.
I was done in 10 hours.
That's easy.
Like the drummer was done in 3 days. I was done in 10 hours, and so then we just spent the next 4 weeks getting drunk around Nashville and
sick, man.
We drove down to Huntsville, Alabama, which is where they tested the rockets for the Saturn V rocket that took the Apollo missions up to the moon.
Yeah.
So we actually saw all these a Saturn V rocket and all this kind of shit, and it was just amazing. But driving through Alabama, and I was wearing a shirt with a goat's head and a hexagram on it.
Oh yeah.
And I was just walking down the street, and this old lady slows down her big Ford truck and just goes, don't be wearing your goat's head t-shirt on my street, and just takes off. I'm really angry.
Yeah.
Fucking strange
Did you
country.
get beaten up?
No, I didn't get beaten up. But all the bars that
People don't like punks.
they don't. In Alabama, it was weird because every bar that I went to, there was a big members only sticker outside.
Okay.
And it became a theme in the backcountry, like
That
members
says
only.
1,000 words, doesn't it?
Yeah, members only. Yeah, and so we're like, it's.
They don't take kindly to strangers.
Yep.
Anybody that looks a little bit different.
Yeah, and we might have been alright because well, you know, I'm like Caucasian and the drummer was had a Croatian background, so we'd probably be okay walking in and saying hello. But I think our skin was light enough to. But also,
you do have that. Well, you were from Melbourne. Like Queenslanders would go in with a tan. They might not like it.
yes, yeah. That's the only conclusion I can draw from that because yeah, have that much. But some of these towns, you're driving along and they've got an American flag on every single place they can, like every single electricity pole.
That makes me laugh, man.
Yeah, it's like Australia
Fucking
Day in
Americans.
bloody Ararat on steroids.
Yeah. Every fucking day.
Yeah, every day it's July the 4th. Jesus.
Fuck all that shit.
Yeah. This is weird, like. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you play in Alabama?
No, we're just doing the album, so we pretty much flew into
Oh, you went back there to do a tour, didn't you?
Oh no, we never
Okay,
never actually played a gig in the States.
Okay.
I did get to see the Cancer Bats, one of my all-time favourite bands in Nashville while I was there with like 20 people. And that was great. And there was this swamp punk satanic metal band
Hey,
called
that sounds pretty cool.
yeah, they were like fresh from the bayous or whatever. And it was like Hail Satan. Yeah. And they just
And they played it like they fucking meant it.
oh yeah. They were angry and they were full of bourbon and they were just like thrashing it out.
Full of the devil.
Yeah. That was a great show. But then went back and did Indie Week in Toronto in Canada. And that was 3 shows over a week. That was pretty cool as well. With that band.
Yeah. Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Indie Week. Yeah.
So you went to Canada, but not
Yeah,
the
never.
United States.
Yeah, I left the band and they went and did a 20-show tour of the States with they were like a 90s rap metal band, Papa Roach.
Okay.
Papa Roach. So they paid the buy-on fees. I think it was like the band ended up paying $1,000 a show to support this band in America, playing Wyoming and I just wasn't impressed with the dates or the venues. Like the best was like Chicago and LA.
Who the fuck gives a shit about Papa Roach?
Exactly. And paying $1,000 is pretty much like the band paying Papa Roach to go on tour.
That's it.
Yeah.
That seems to be the way it kind of works in the States, man. This whole pay to get on board a tour.
Yeah. Well, we got offered we had US management, so we got offered radio play, but Chicago was
I love radio play in Chicago.
We got it would cost us $2,000
$1,000 a day.
Yeah, we were offered $2,000 for 100 times or 50 times the song in Chicago, and then it was all these different rates. Like the whole US scene just seemed like a massive jib.
Yeah, man. It's because capitalism's like the state religion.
Yes,
Like it permeates everything in our culture.
Yeah.
So if he's the top dog, you pay him. That's the way it works.
Yeah, and I think that's probably...
And we'll throw you a bone every now and again.
And maybe that's part of the reason why DJs are taking over rock and roll now, is because DJs are one person and they don't have the production costs and they don't have to move that stuff around.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
And if most pubs will have like DJ equipment there, but if you have to bring it yourself, that's just a van.
I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, Steve. The whole fucking computer music shit is bullshit.
Yeah, I do like some of
You
it,
need a
but
band.
yeah, I think it's a real shame that there is a talent to it.
Acoustic.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are very talented at what they do. Like a lot of the producers and the DJs are actually quite good pianists and quite good musicians, but they seem to like to hide it. They're like, oh, if you just buy Pro Tools, you can do this and you can do that, and it's kind of like the new. In a way, it's like the punk. Like you can get up and learn your big power chords and do that. It's like, oh yeah, everyone thinks if I buy a computer, I can just make techno songs and become famous. But I think all these guys are actually very good musicians who work in their home studio and
Man,
they do that.
like I listen to Steve.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about Stevie Aoki, but he's a
That's not
like
my
a,
complaint. My
a
complaint's
DJ,
different.
Yeah.
like whatever you call it. I don't know if it's house or dance.
He's
or
got the
something.
long hair, right?
Yeah. Japanese fella, long hair.
Yeah.
And he headlines massive digital festivals, and it's not really something that I just put on to listen to. I'd rather listen to fucking B-52s or Dead Kennedys than put that shit on, right? But when I do hear his music, I can tell that he's a talented musician. He's not just pushing buttons, he's a talented musician.
Oh, of course. I'm just talking about the acoustic sound.
Oh, so you like the actual sound of the actual drums instead of
The
the...
sound of the air. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit too old to really pick up all that stuff. You have to know how to use computers and shit. That's a
Bit dicey,
bit...
a little bit dicey.
Yeah. Didn't study IT, I can't be a DJ. Jesus.
Maybe you should go back to school, learn IT, and then you can be a full-time professional musician. Travel the world, mate. Only the places you'll go.
To be honest, I would absolutely hate being a full-time travelling musician.
Really?
Yeah,
I fucking love traveling.
I couldn't do it. Like I've got my partner at home. Like it just takes so much, and being on tour with the same sweaty people day in day out. I needed my alone time, and
You can get your alone time on tour.
I think I'd rather like if I was going to America, I'd rather spend 2 weeks by myself in Yosemite than do a 5-city tour. Like
I'd love to do a 5-city tour, then spend 2 weeks in New Orleans. I'd like to do that.
New Orleans is definitely on the list.
Yeah, man, that's a place that I could go and I could die there, and I'd feel fulfilled.
Sounds like a really great place to die.
Yeah.
We've
There's
heard.
plenty of ways to die there too. You could get shot, you could get stabbed,
There's hurricanes.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could get a hurricane.
But if you do die there, they'll have a street parade.
Damn straight, man.
Yeah,
Second
yeah.
one, street parade.
And then you've got the cost as well of
It didn't sound like it cost any money. You just got to apply
Yeah, all
for a
that-
permit and have a bunch of
Keeps
musos
most of
walk
America.
down the street with you, plug in some tunes.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'd want to really go back to North America again. Like, I have thought about the Arctic, like fairly often, because that was probably,
Whereabouts in the Arctic though?
or
Like Greenland?
no, it would be still in Canada. I think still in Canada. I've thought about the high Arctic, but things are always better when you look back at them. So
Yeah, it did your head in, man.
oh yeah, I was a complete
Did you
mess
fucking
coming.
hate it?
Yeah, I was a complete mess after that. Like
Yeah.
moving that far remote took ages to bounce back from that. Ages.
Really?
Yeah, because being so remote and having 3 hours of
So
sunlight a day,
Yeah.
like I went to I came back to
So
Brisbane.
your mind went through a bit of a washing machine.
Well, yeah, I'd been just seeing the same 600 people for 6 months, and then before that 10 or 2,000, and there was no one.
Do you
outside
get
of that.
nightmares now?
No nightmares or anything like that. I was just going into shopping centres, like even Browns Plains shopping centre. I'd go there and I was freaking out because I didn't know everyone, and like it was just really, really weird. It took me a long time to really able to function again. I think it's because it's so sparse, and you just like that you're there, and then you can go 500 to 1,000 kilometres either direction and not see anyone else, and then coming back just really.
Well, you've had a lot of things to adjust to. Super change of climate, super change of daylight, like you said.
Yeah.
Super change in social interactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and gonna knock you around.
Yeah, you do get used to it. Well, kind of get used to it. I mean, leaving Cambodia was the hardest. The hardest change I've had for a while. That was the hardest change because I had a pretty good friendship group there and established band, and that was a pretty difficult move to make. Like the last few months were a bit tough to get through. It's great to get back.
Why did you have to leave Cambodia?
Political reasons. So in Cambodia there's Hun Sen, who is the Prime Minister, and he has all the seats in Parliament. The opposition is outlawed. I think there's 125 seats in Parliament, and he has all the seats. So there was a sham election. And today, actually, the 9th of November, CM Reamsy, I'm not sure what's happening at the moment, but he was going to fly into Cambodia.
And he's the opposition leader.
Yeah, the opposition leader.
CM Reamsy?
CM Reamsy, from the CNRP, the Cambodian National Rescue Party. He's supposed to be flying into Cambodia today. And he was going to get a group of people together, arrest the Prime Minister, and then establish an actual democracy. So we figured that along with the Prime Minister of Cambodia calling foreign nationals dogs who take our jobs, and military people with assault rifles on a lot of the corners in the city centre, we just kind of felt like we'd seen a sham election. We were there when the opposition party was ruled illegal by the Supreme Court. But yeah,
so what does that mean? It's been declared illegal. Does that mean that it's now got to be a one-party system?
Oh no, there are other parties, just that they were the main opposition. So there's micro parties.
So it's like if you've got Liberal and Labor, and then all of a sudden some cunt says,
Labor's banned.
Labor's banned.
Labor's banned. If the Greens party gets too big, you're banned as well. So then you pretty much have
to prolong the dictatorship, essentially.
Yeah, so it's pretty much the Prime Minister versus Bob Katter, Pauline Hanson. Who's that lunatic that was running that? Cory Bernardi, all those kind of people. Yeah. So it's pretty much the PM versus, Lone Rangers, pretty much. But yeah, we figured that, since Reamsy was coming back, it was a pretty good time to leave because it'll probably be peaceful and it'll probably be okay and it won't affect the expats there, but it was just a bit too long and wages are very low over there, so I figured, it's a good time to move back and just, as much as we'll miss it, like, one of the things I really enjoyed was meeting local people on the street, and once you live in the same building, everyone on the street knows who you are. It's a very small town like that. And so when like a Khmer or Cambodian New Year comes around, they'll have a big table of food and they'll be playing these Khmer or Cambodian songs.
Khmer just means Cambodia.
Khmer is the race and Cambodian is people who live in Cambodia.
Okay.
So,
I can follow that.
Yeah. So pretty much you have Khmer who are born in Cambodia, but then you also have people from Vietnamese heritage that are Cambodian. Yeah. So, like I actually made the mistake of referring to my friends as Khmer. And so, no, we're not actually Khmer, we're Cambodian. But so pretty much they'll put a table up full of food and you'll dance around the table singing a song about how you hurt your leg, or you'll do the chicken dance, or you'll do all this, but like the Cambodian chicken dance, which is like a...
Show me.
It's like and you just go, and you just like do like that, and then everyone takes off their shirt and shows off their beer guts and sees who has the bigger beer gut, and then all the women leave, and then the guys just get drunk until they pass out, they get dragged home.
What do the women do when they leave?
I don't know.
Tend to the house, or have they got something else?
I guess everyone's got families, so I guess they look after the kids, I guess. We had one time where the Prime Minister had declared that it was illegal to put to close down a street for a tent, because it's a tradition for weddings and funerals that you have a big tent outside on the street outside where the person lived, and so you get married or have a funeral, the street's closed for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. You just have a big party to celebrate it. So that was declared, and then a week later in Street 5 where I lived, the local police station put up a big tent, closed it off for 3 days, and the cops got blind drunk and were just serving all the elders first hour of respect in the early afternoon, and then the party started happening, so there was live music, the cops were just handing out drinks. They gave me a whole slab to myself just to down. Like, here you go, have a slab, join the party, Choi Moi, which is cheers in Cambodian.
Choi Moi.
Take notes,
Australian
police.
And at the end, all the cops got on stage and got arm in arm and sung these soppy old songs from the history, and just open karaoke the whole night.
Good shit.
That's the way it should be.
But there's different dances. Like there's a dance for like the married couples only. And there's a dance for the single people, and then you go into the
Traditions.
when their dancing style is more about the hand movement. So you have like picking of the rice leaf and the plucking of the tree or the
Okay.
durian. Like,
Wow.
and so it all goes like that. And so I would just do this like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just do
My
that.
dad's good at that dance.
Yeah. Pretty much the Macarena, but you take away that bit. Yeah, just move your hands around and get drunk, and you're pretty much set. It's really not hard. Yeah, had so much fun. So much fun.
We've had so much fun.
Yeah.
Was that your favourite place to have lived, Cambodia?
Oh, good question. Very good question.
Is your question favoritist place to have lived ever in your life?
Obviously, I believe that's what I said.
No, that's kind of a
That's-
different question. You said
Is it the best place I've lived ever?
ever in your life.
Okay.
Or yeah.
It's
As
a
an adult,
qualifier.
then.
I'm
As
just
an
saying
adult,
a qualifier. That's
As
As
an
an adult, where you've chosen to live,
As an adult, I've had the most fun there.
you've had the most fun there.
Yep,
So that's
yep.
pretty cool.
Yeah, as an adult, it's the most fun to live. I've had the best work-life balance, like 20 hours a week, and you're earning more than, you're earning 4 to 5 times what the average Cambodian earns from a 50-hour week. So,
why would that be happening?
um,
Aren't you working in the same place?
um,
Why are you getting paid more?
because I have white skin, so I'll be doing
You
the
get
same.
paid more because you got white skin.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
fucking shitting me?
No, not at all.
Holy shit.
If you're Cambodian working in the school I was working at, you're looking at 300 US a month. I was getting $2,000 US a month for doing the same job because I have white skin.
Fuck, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, dudes. Come on.
And they're the ones with the darker skin that are saying you're worth more.
They're paying
Yes,
you because
yeah,
they
Cambodian
like your
business.
skin better.
Yeah,
That's what he's
yeah.
saying.
It's all through Asia though. Like China's the same. Like white skin's just valued higher than.
India as well.
Yeah, yeah.
White
maybe
skin,
so,
like with
yeah.
the caste system, is basically the darker your skin, the worse you are.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
pay people equally.
Yeah.
Equally.
I think it's all through Asia and like yeah. Like,
What about like a gender thing? Is there like women get paid less over there than men?
Not so much. No, I didn't really
Okay.
come across that. I think
Okay.
it was more based on
Just
the
total skin color.
skin tone and your ability to sell yourself as well. I think.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
if you come in as quite articulate with a degree, and you have the pale skin, and you have I could say that I was from my former employer was a hospital, so I was working for a hospital, so I could come in and say, you know, blah 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 blah, blah and then charge a higher rate than
You've got a lot of experience under your belt. That's something that definitely.
yeah.
And so then potentially people, natives or indigenous or whatever you want to put it, don't necessarily have the experience or the education that you've got.
No, some of them had more. Like,
Have more. So
particularly-
it's just straight up.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Particularly,
That's-
people from the Philippines speak very good English, but they were being offered the same $300 a month
Wow.
just because they were Asian,
Shocking.
not white skinned.
So what's the justification? Why do they think that white-skinned people are worth more?
That I can't answer, but I left the school because they said we will not hire a dark-skinned person. And so I left the first school I taught at because they said that we won't hire, and we all asked why, and they said the parents won't like it and they'll take their children out. So it's out and out racism. Like
Against themselves too.
yeah. The bosses were getting paid less than I was at that first school. But also
What's going on?
that first school, I'm not afraid to name and shame. It was called Fredford International School on the peninsula. Yeah,
Ooh,
I was there for 3 months,
Yeah.
and it was monsoon season, and they decided to replace the roof during monsoon season. So they took away the roof.
Well, that's
And so-
smart.
Yeah. So every day they take the tiles off the roof, and then they take it off and start working. 3 o'clock would
Okay.
come. The monsoon would hit. The school would be flooded, and then they'd have to go home and wade through the school to actually get home. And then the next morning, the guy doing the ceiling, the the plasterer would come in, redo the ceiling that had fallen down the night before.
God
He'd do that.
damn
The
it.
guys that get up on the roof, there'd be burning metal falling down on the students. I'd wore my motorbike helmet inside because there was burning metal falling down on like 4-year-olds. Like,
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then they did some work, and then the rains would come the next day at 3 o'clock, and the ceilings would collapse, and the glasses would stop, and you have to wait outside. And then someone thought, why don't we get a tarp over the roof?
Oh, brilliant suggestion.
Yeah, so they did that. And, I mean, it's the funniest place I've ever worked. It was so dysfunctional. But, God, like, yeah, it was just insane.
Yeah, that's the difference with comparisons.
Oh, cheers, mate.
You know,
Can I try this bugger?
to those guys, it was probably pretty fucking normal.
Well, yeah, like when
Kind
you're...
of weird for us.
Oh, yeah, like,
All
guys...
kinds are wrong for us.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's guys, guys with their thongs welding and their protection is sunglasses. So, like, no safety harnesses. It's,
Ridiculous, man.
it's just such a different world.
Yeah, different world.
Yeah, totally.
But it's also kind of freeing in a way because you get away from, you know, where a place where people obey the road rules, and you get away where the rule of law is enforced, and people seem to largely regulate themselves. Like,
So it sounds like a very
Very punk.
libertarian experiment.
yes, I was saying, yeah, libertarian with lots of corruption. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a corrupt. Like, oh god, one time, before I moved there, they didn't have any traffic lights at all. So
In the whole country?
In the whole country, yep.
Fuck
So
yeah.
yeah, so I was there.
14 million people and
Yeah,
no traffic light.
Not
they
a
have
single traffic
cars?
light.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's a few cars. There's more cars increasing. But yeah,
Okay.
so I was riding along, and there was a traffic light, the first set of traffic lights, which I, myself, and everyone else was ignoring.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
Western
yeah,
tourists
yeah.
drove their camper van and stopped at a red light, and I got the anger. I kicked the side of the camper van. What the fuck are you doing? Like, there's no one there. Just go for it. So now they have many traffic lights, and well, by many I mean probably about 10. But people obey them between 8 a.m. and about 6 p.m. when the police are around, and then once 6 p.m. hits, and also between 11:30 and 1 lunch hour, they just ignore them again. So while the cops are around, people obey the traffic laws, but then
Yeah.
when they're off, they
If they're not going to get caught,
yeah,
do what
yeah,
you want.
just do it.
It's very
It's
libertarian.
Sunday.
Yeah.
It's very libertarian.
So I saw this one
It's
guy-
Sunday.
Yeah.
Time to be lawless.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy Sunday.
I saw this one guy who got pulled over by the cops for running a red light, and so he pulled up, and the cop was like, "Oh, you ran the red light. You know, it's time for the bribe. Normally it's about 4,000 real, which is $1 US." So the guy on the motor goes "Brr," as if he was about to do a circle around the cop and take off. So he goes, "Brr, oh, I'm going to get you," and the cop laughs, and the lady selling the food at the side of the road laughed. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah," laughing. And then he goes, "Brr," and does a circle and just takes off. Just takes off. And the cop was like, "Oh shit." I guess
well.
that's it, yeah.
It doesn't even get chased, right?
No.
Yes.
The cop just goes,
No, he's gonna eat.
Yeah.
He's gonna eat.
Yeah.
He's not gonna abandon his fucking hot dog.
Yeah. And then,
That costs 4,000
real.
What call it?
Yeah.
Oh, you just got
$1.
this. It's hot
Got
fresh.
this. Fourth bread.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
And
Do they have license plates? Oh, they don't really have many cars. How do
yeah.
they keep track of tuk-tuks?
Let me think. No, they do have license plates. Tuk-tuks don't really have them though, from memory. Tuk-tuks don't really have license plates.
What if there's like a tuk-tuk who's also a serial killer and the only way to find him is with a license plate? Is there any way of tracking him down? All we know is he rode a tuk-tuk. How will we find him?
I guess you would find
What kind of
out.
identification would you use?
I guess you'd ask people on the street who they reckon it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then just go from there.
And then go kick his head in and see what happens.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, but serious, chuck him in.
Bust some heads.
Yeah, chuck him in pre-SAR. Yeah, about 3 weeks ago actually, we were there's a tuk-tuk mafia. So there's like
Tell me about the tuk-tuk. mafia.
Okay, so we have all these. Oh, in Phnom Penh, I should say, there's all these girly bar streets where it goes from full-range prostitution to just paying girls to have drinks with you to everything in between. There's like different levels of prostitution there. But the Tuk Tuk Mafia will stay along those streets to make sure everything's fine, and they have certain areas where it's just them and no one else can come in.
What do you mean, just them?
So, like, if another guy comes in,
their
say, a
territory.
rickshaw, yeah, it's like, no, this is our territory.
Oh, this is where we
Like pissing
fly
on
our
the tree.
rickshaw.
yeah, this is us. our street.
What's their association?
This
with
is the tree I
prostitution?
piss on. Right here.
They
It's my
tend,
tree.
they tend to take the girls home with their Western clients.
Okay.
So
they look after the girls. So there's
Yeah,
like there's
basically.
almost like a pimp thing going on.
yeah, a bit like a pimp thing.
Almost,
a bit like
yeah,
a pimp thing.
a bit like-
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, there was a big fight between the Tuk Tuk Mafia and a few of the girls in one of the Ladyboy bars. It was like a riot on one of the streets, and they started
Really?
whacking into each other.
Oh wow.
That was yeah, the news reports from that were pretty amazing. But yeah, so anyway, we took this guy from the Tuk Tuk Mafia, and one of the biggest roundabouts in Phnom Penh is around the Independence Monument. It's like cops with assault rifles and things, and he figures, I'll just go the wrong way against traffic around the roundabout and just sneak around. So this goes past the cops with the assault rifles, they don't care. Goes past the other kind of cops, they don't care. This one traffic cop runs out and grabs the bar of the tuk-tuk and goes, stop. So it goes, just chucks a U-turn, just bangs it away, and the cops are running like, stop, and he just bangs it around the corner and gets away scot-free again. It's like,
Do what they want.
yeah, it's just the ultimate game of cat and mouse.
Yeah.
Brilliant, mate.
Freedom.
Yeah.
You said there was wars between ladyboys and
The
regular
Tuk Tuk Mafia.
regular
Yeah.
prostitutes or something.
No, not the prostitutes, the tuk tuk mafia. So the
Yeah,
pimps.
yeah.
That's the thing.
Ladyboys versus pimps.
Caught
Think that
my
way.
biggest attention. The
Yeah, there was
ladyboys versus
Pimps.
Yeah,
Ish.
versus
prostitutes.
No.
Ladyboys versus the tuk-tuk guys, the guys that drives the... So maybe pimps, I'm not sure if pimps are the right word to
Not
really
quite.
use.
The
but
transport, they're like the prostitutes' escorts almost. They look
Yeah,
after
yeah.
the girls.
yeah, kind
Almost
of,
like a
kind
pimp
of.
does, but somebody else is getting
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah.
Doesn't
They're probably
Kind of.
paying
Don't-
both of them,
Don't
right?
the ladyboys have those guys too? Wouldn't they have their own pimps? Ladyboys?
Oh, kind of. I know, it's pretty, it really does change a heck of a lot between bars, even on, it's only like 3
okay.
blocks, but it changes a lot. Some have pimps, some have a madam in the bar, some have upstairs bedrooms and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Some will go home.
So
So
there's
it really varies.
Lots of small businesses
Yeah, I was talking to
who don't like
yeah.
each other.
A libertarian experiment. It's wonderful.
Yeah. the
What
best
would Pol Pot
explanation.
for?
Lots of small businesses that don't like each other.
Yeah, like the best explanation I got was from my mate Chemlin, and he's been living on Street 5, which is a girly bar street, for about 20 years.
All right.
And I was asking him, like, so what happens with these girls when they go home with a Westerner? And he said, no, they're tough, they look after themselves. Is what he said. In general, that's in general what they do.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He was also he wasn't part of any of the mafias or anything like that. He was
Yeah, okay.
just
A
a
Lone Ranger.
oh no, he had a fruit store with his sister and his auntie and
Okay. So
And-
still familial.
yeah. So it was like a family fruit store, and he would serve all
Still
the girls.
tribal.
Yeah,
Still
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
tribal.
But they were like the established, and he spoke English, so he could help out the local police if Westerners got out of line. It was like the kind of like a translator for them, I think, in a way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do many Cambodians speak English?
In Phnom Penh, yeah. In Phnom Penh, a fair few do.
What sort of percentage?
Oh, that's tricky to guess.
I guess.
I'd say 20% maybe.
Yeah, okay. So
Big.
enough to
Yeah.
get by, right?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Like if you have a group of 8 guys, one guy will speak English and then help you out with your translations
Sure.
if you don't know the word.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
I
you
wouldn't have
get,
guessed that high.
yeah, I'd say at about 20%, maybe a bit
That's
less.
pretty
but-
big.
It
and
is.
then out in the country, you're looking at
Way less.
pretty
like
much
5
no
at
one.
most.
Yeah, if that.
So how did you cope? Like when you did your little sightseeing trips in Cambodia,
Oh yeah,
how did that go? Like
it's totally fine.
totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I got into doing a lot of bicycle riding there, so I went and saw Phnom Chisor, which is the closest 11th century ruin to Phnom Penh. That was about 40k
Cool.
each
What
way.
did you know? What was that called again?
Phnom Chisor.
Phnom Chisor.
Yeah.
I can almost imagine how that's spelled. It's on the screen right now with a little picture.
Yeah, Phnom Chisor Mountain Temple. Yep, make sure you go around the back.
Is
and go
that
up
the one
steps.
with the big cave full of Marvel costumes?
No, that was in Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
What the fuck's the go with that joint? It's like this ancient temple that's been filled with Marvel costumes.
Yeah, that was in
I was
Kuala
so confused
Lumpur.
when I saw those photos.
Yeah, that was Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur was a big shopping mall. I was confusing Kuala Lumpur.
Oh,
That was Malaysia. That was,
the big KL.
Yeah.
Malaysia. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's Malaysia.
Yeah, those Marvel things were in Malaysia.
That was fucking wrong.
Malaysia's a strange country. The Indian food, the food is spectacular, but it's just a really strange kind of country.
Right.
I didn't really get much of a sense of Malaysia because we were only in Kuala Lumpur for 3 nights and then Langkawi, which is like the.
You probably found a whole heap of shit to buy though.
No.
No? You buy some stupid shit.
No, I do. But no, I didn't buy anything because it was everything was cheaper in Cambodia. So.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
But they had a McDonald's, so that was great.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, some real food at last. None of this rice and fish bullshit.
What did you find strange about Malaysia?
I think we're just coming from a city of 1.5 million people who are largely farmers to Kuala Lumpur's 15 million or something. And it's just
Oh, in the one city is
Yeah.
actually bigger than
just
the
like
entire
had a shock.
country.
exactly.
Wow. That would have been
And-
a culture shock.
Yeah. So and we were staying in a mostly Muslim hotel, so they didn't have
Another
alcohol
culture
with
shock.
the room service
Another
as
culture
well.
shock.
No
How
alcohol.
the fuck are you going to sleep if there's no booze?
You
No.
can't.
Well, you can, but not at our hotel. We accidentally booked into a
A Muslim hotel?
like
Wow.
Islamic kind of hotel.
Wow.
And so, like seeing the women with the burkinis, I'd never seen that culture before, so that was quite interesting as well.
I bet.
Just to see all the
Couldn't buy a
Yeah.
beer.
But Malaysia's also got Islamic, like lots of Islamic people, then lots of Indians and people from all over the place. So it's a really, really diverse area.
Yeah. Diversity is being able to buy a beer.
Yeah, oh, which we could, but just not in a hotel. Yeah.
Especially when you're on holiday. You
Yeah,
gotta be
yeah.
able to buy that beer.
Yeah.
KL was great. Like we found some out of the way food joints, and the food was just so different to what we were used to. Like,
How long have you been living in Cambodia before you went to KL?
oh, we'd been in Cambodia. 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, I took a weekend.
Sure.
I went caving in Laos, and then gone back to Cambodia before then. But my partner hadn't been outside of Cambodia for 2 years at that point.
Wow. Yeah, that would have been a shock for her.
So, yeah.
And
yeah,
she's not going to get excited by McDonald's.
no. But yeah, I was dying for a Big Mac, and I was hoping that Vientiane in Laos would have big McDonald's, but it's even smaller than Phnom Penh. So,
Right.
We are not sponsored by McDonald's.
although kids, if you're listening, Big Macs are healthy for you. They make you strong. Like,
And I've also got to tell you that Coles is currently selling a thing called Coles brand Special Burger Sauce. You put that on anything, put it on your pasta, put it on your salad, it'll taste like a fucking Big Mac.
oh really? That's good.
Just have that shit on bread. Coles Special Burger Sauce.
Oh, down, the prices are down. I don't know if they're still doing that.
Oh, I hope they are.
We are not sponsored
No.
by Coles.
Face it, mate. You sold out. You just sold out already.
I just did it.
Macca's and Coles.
Yeah, Maccas and Coles.
Yeah.
Maccas and Coles. There's the punk song for you.
Yeah. Let's go both ways. I heard Safeway also sells the McDonald's Big Mac sauce. So
Yeah, there you go.
I recommend that as well. Put it in your ham and cheese sandwich and you
But if you want to sponsor us, we might have a beer.
And now for a word from our sponsors.
Yep. Let's talk about Cambodian music scene, maybe.
It's a good idea.
Like there. Yep. So basically, I was in Phnom Penh. Has 1.5 million people there, and I was in a ska band. So pretty much you have Cambodian musos who sing mostly ballads, and then you have the expat musos who perform to expat bars and things like that. And they don't really cross over very much. So
Okay.
you've got to have one or the other. So you're pretty much guaranteed a fairly good crowd wherever you play because there's only a few gigs every night. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, it's been great. And we've just been busting out ska covers. Yeah.
What sort of songs?
Oh, it's
What bands?
goes from like Derek and Patsy all the way up to Goldfinger, like old 30s. Like,
right.
Yeah, our singer was Jamaican, so he had a lot of a lot of the older ska songs like
Right,
before
Before it was two-tone or like
Yeah.
Star Revival type stuff.
yeah, like I'm not sure. I think Britain had 3 waves of ska. I'm not
Something
sure.
like that. Who knows about that?
Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah.
But I know a lot of people can just be, I only like the old stuff. I
Yeah.
can't stand the specials or going further, Goldfinger, and the rest, you know.
Yeah.
So, but it's pretty cool that he was from Jamaica.
Oh, she actually.
She
Yeah,
was from Jamaica.
Yeah.
And then she still was into the American stuff too.
Yeah. Well, Jamaican background, then grew up in Germany, but also Jamaican as well. So, yeah. She's been there for about 2 years as well, I think. So.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good because you pretty much guaranteed a crowd. Like, there's so much competition in Australia for there's so many gigs that you can go to, but yeah, there's only like 1 or 2 or 3 gigs on, so.
Yeah, sure.
All the expats and all the tourists only have a few choice, so.
Well, I mean, I think about how you said that the capital city is only about 1.5 million people, and Jobbie was saying that's like Ipswich size. Like, to think of that as the capital city of an entire country, Ipswich is the capital city, that's just fucking tiny.
Yeah, it's really tiny. There's only 14 million in the whole country, I think. About 14 million.
Yeah, right.
You
That's
were
what-
talking about
The city's bigger
witnessing.
than that.
You were
Yeah.
talking about witnessing
Suburbs.
acts of barbarity though, outside.
Barbarity. Like the
You were saying people getting hit with.
Oh yeah.
The history of Cambodia.
Yeah. The Khmer Rouge times. Yeah.
So you heard the stories about the Khmer Rouge.
Yeah, the
right.
Khmer Rouge. Yeah.
Did you say you saw the photos?
Yeah. You go
Shit.
to S21 or Tulslang. It's called. It was a prison camp for 20,000 people, and 12 survived. And
Right.
yeah, so
8,000 people.
12 people.
Not 12,000.
20,000 people went through, and 12 people,
12, not 12,000. 12.
Yeah, 12 people. 12 people survived from the 20,000.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so the rest went from S21 to the killing fields to a mass grave. So you have that really uplifting. Yeah.
So what's the killing fields? Oh, hang on. Let's go back to S21 because that's where you said that you were at.
Yeah, most recently.
Right.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so you were saying that it was a really hard. You didn't really want to go there, but you kind of needed to.
Yeah, I kind of put that off until the last 2 weeks in Cambodia because I've been to the killing fields twice, and that was quite grim. But I didn't want to go to S21 that much because I knew they had they had all the instruments of torture, and I'd heard all the stories. And my sister went and told me that how horrible it was, basically. So I finally went there 2 weeks before we left, and it was bed frames and blood stains on the floor and just tiny prison cells, and it was a converted school, so they actually have the swings, but they use the swing set as a way to tie people's hands up behind their back, pull them up by their wrists,
Oh my god.
then take them down, dunk their head in pots full of excrement, and then pull them up again on these old school swings. So they kind of converted this school into a
So morbid.
this dreadful place. And it was just one of many across the whole country. Like, to kill 25% of your people's population in 4 years. There's a lot of it everywhere. So pretty much because it was the Khmer Rouge, it was called the city of Angkor, and Angkor was always correct. So if you were arrested by the city of Angkor or the people of Angkor, you were already guilty. It was just a question of what you were guilty of. So
Right. So
So
did they torture people to try to find out what they were guilty of?
yes.
You know,
So
torture them until they made shit up, basically, and then they killed them.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
There's a story of one guy from New Zealand. He was sailing around the world, and he just happened to land on a Cambodian beach during the Khmer Rouge. And he went to S21, then the killing fields, and was
So what's
killed.
the difference? What's the killing fields?
Oh, sorry. So people go to S21, they're tortured till they confess to
And then they get
something,
they
and
get
then
sent.
they go about 5-6 kilometres to the killing fields, and then that's where they're killed and dumped in a mass grave.
So it's Guantanamo Bay,
Yeah, and then
there's
onto a mass grave. Yeah.
there's the mass
And-
grave.
Right.
And like Guantanamo Bay, they did actually use waterboarding. Like they have actual waterboarding implements
Still
there as
there?
well. Yeah, they have the actual waterboarding.
Apparatus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a box where they would put them, chain their belly facing the floor, chain their ankles to the bottom of the box, and then chain their arms up like that and rock this box forward so rock this box so their face was underwater till they're drowning, then rock the box back up. They could breathe, then just do that over and over and over and over. So this Kiwi guy landed on the beach and was arrested as a CIA spy.
Of course.
And so his forced confession, he confessed that he was a member of the CIA. He was recruited by Colonel Sanders in Kentucky, and said something
I believe every word of this.
Yeah, that was his
Statement.
confession. Yeah,
Yeah.
and something about
No wonder they killed him.
something about Ronald McDonald was his handler. Just made stuff up, and then he died there. And, yeah. So that was the savage history of Cambodia. But the killing fields, they have the baby tree because they didn't want to waste ammunition. They would get the first thing they would do at S21 would take the kids off their mothers, go to this one tree, get the baby by the ankles, whack the baby against this tree, and then throw it into a mass grave. That happened to all the kids that went to S21, except for two of them. Two of them survived.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it was really confronting, but you kind of have to do it there, you know. Like,
If you're going to live there.
Yeah.
Look, why did you want to go to Cambodia? What brought you there?
I think it was a combination of the people are really, really friendly, very, very friendly, and I think the lawlessness and the freedom there as well. Like, even though it's a dictatorship, it's quite lawless. Like, if you want the police to do anything, you pay them some money, and if you get robbed, you go to the police. Or go, I don't know, and nothing will really happen of anything. I've got a mate who was telling me a story that his wife's purse got stolen, so he went into the local police station, and the cop just showed him a bit of the wall where he smacked thieves' heads against the wall and beat them up, and said, well, I can find a local thief and smash his head against the wall, but that's all we can do. We can't actually really do anything about them. So
Fuck, we did. It's a different place. Holy shit. But there's got to be good things about it. So the people are really friendly.
well, yeah, I think as everyone's
that happens here too.
Yeah, but they won't.
Petty crime,
They
getting
won't
away
straight
with
up
it.
show you
Yeah,
the head
yeah.
smacking wall.
yeah.
Will they?
Like the people at the
They'll
shops.
walk into the local cop shop and say, "Oh, here's the blood stains from where we beat the last thief up." So
Yeah. Well, that's
what do you want me to do about it?
you're talking violence, but in terms of theft, the shopkeepers I know, they talk about it all the time. People just run out and they get away with it.
Yeah, same happens there. But yeah, what brought me to Cambodia was, I think, because everyone's parents was either in the Khmer Rouge or a victim of the Khmer Rouge. So I think everyone's kind of been forced to do that Buddhist thing of forgiving and,
I see.
So, everyone's kind of had to forgive each other, I think, in a sense.
Oh, was Pol Pot an atheist, wasn't he? I'm
Was
not
he?
sure. I'm not sure.
What?
Actually, he was.
I'm not sure of his
He-
status. Was he a communist?
he was a very, very far communist. Everyone
Okay,
had to leave the city.
Yeah.
Everyone had to be on the communes.
So now they're getting a resurgence of the Buddhism to replace the vacuum of
That's a very good
the
question,
communism.
mate. I suppose so.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Because he was he announced it like year zero. Like when he came to power was year zero. So all the old beliefs, all the old towers were torn apart. all the Hindu influence and the Buddhist influence was he worked to eradicate all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay, year zero, we are all the utopian farmers.
Ah.
And that's the
Yeah, so
the
total
idea of
communist.
India.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, in the real, literal, hard communist, like.
Oh yeah.
Like enforced communism.
Yeah, forcing people to live in literal communes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And take the rice and redistribute it, and then yeah.
But how much was he stealing from his people?
I don't know. Don't actually know. Like people were saying that sometimes they could count the amount of rice they would get for their daily meal.
They could count it. So
Yeah.
they were probably getting like 12 pieces and they started to miss the 3. When they started
Yeah.
getting fucking 9
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
them, they could count
Yeah,
how
yeah.
many grains of rice they were being given.
Yeah, and the rice would all
It's
go
pretty
to
fucked
the. Yeah.
If everybody's
So
if everybody's growing rice
your question was
or growing cows,
how much
did they steal?
how much
did
did
they
the
steal?
communists steal?
In other words, it's like 95%.
Everything.
95%.
Yeah, pretty much seems to be.
Yeah.
Everything.
So that's communism.
But,
A couple of tic
the literal,
tacs.
Yeah.
Like,
literal
Yeah.
enforced.
Yeah.
You know, the big bad communism that everyone's scared of. That's the actual case.
That's the actual case.
Yeah.
Khmer
Yeah.
Rouge, Pol Pot.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
it.
shit.
Killing fields.
Yeah.
yep.
What did you call it? The children tree.
The children's tree. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
children's tree.
It's still at the
It's a real fucking thing that happened in this
It's
place.
still there. You can still go and see it.
I don't want to go back to
I
that
don't want
place.
to go there, man.
Yeah, I went.
Oh, God.
Killing-
I don't
morbid.
handle the whole idea of dead kids very well.
No, I've been to the killing fields twice, and it was pretty bad both times. And then S21's a bit worse, but
Are there so S21's like the museum?
Yeah.
It's kind of turned into a museum. Are
Yeah.
there other camps? So 21, that implies there's 20,
I think there's more than 21. Yeah,
But-
yeah.
more than 21. So are there other camps that are still around that people can?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is a place called Batumbong. They would just chuck the dead bodies into the caves. There's a big cave system there, so that's full of skeletons as well.
Oh,
It's also a national park near a place called Kep by the coast, which is a really beautiful little town. Very, very beautiful. But that was one of their last holdouts. So there's parts around there where I was there once and waded across the river to go and look at these caves. And this tiny little girl, would have been about 6, led me through this whole caving system. So I was jumping into all these little cave side systems and checking everything out. And then she goes, "Oh no, don't go into there. There's skeletons in there." So it was like,
did you go anyway?
No, of course not. Of course not.
So what positive experiences did you have in Cambodia?
Yeah, that's enough.
That would be nice to know.
Yeah.
It's all dead bodies so far.
Yeah, exactly. It's been
That's why I
Dead bodies and communists.
want to go for a holiday in Cambodia.
No,
But now that you've been, it's interesting to pick your brain about it.
yeah.
Surely you had some good times.
You've reinforced the reasons why I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to go anywhere near the children's tree.
No, don't, don't do that shit.
So,
Yeah.
what happens that's good in Cambodia?
Well, very simple. 50-cent beers, $1.50 packs of cigarettes, and really, really friendly people. Like, you can find the piss up on every single street corner. But if you just make friends,
fun.
if you just make friends with the local tuk-tuk drivers,
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm sold.
Yeah. You can have a full night on.
Sounds like it's
I wasn't sold with the tree,
$40,
but
wow.
I'm
Going
sold.
back to like when I was 17.
Exactly.
Yeah, $40 fucking piss up.
Yeah, on the Buhari Breeze. That's what it was. It wasn't the Woodstock for us, wasn't it? The Woodstocks.
We started off with the chick streets. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember we went and saw Friends Rom and we were drinking vodka cruises
That's
or some
right.
shit.
That's right.
But then we moved on to the
The Woodies.
Woodies.
Yeah,
man.
And you had that stinky fucking cupboard full of the empty cans that we'd finished. And you tried to fill
Yeah.
the whole wardrobe up.
Yeah, fuck, and then it started to grow mold and everything.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah.
god, those were the glory days.
Those, blurry glory days.
Fruit flies.
Yeah, probably fruit flies. I didn't notice. But but what I did notice is that when you get really fucking smashed on Woodstocks, your vomit turns black.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Definitely.
One for the history books, kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some good memories of sobering up by vomiting black shit into the toilets at
I've got some
the Gabba Hotel.
Yeah, I've got
Club's
some,
Word at the Gabba
I've
Hotel.
got some festy memories of that shit.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Oh man,
May it rest in peace, the Gabba Hotel.
may it rest in peace.
Yeah. Such
Yeah,
a
man.
yeah.
Great punk club. Man.
Love that. Had so much fun there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So much fun there.
Yeah. The beer garden out the back.
Yeah.
Just sit there fucking smoking cigarettes and drinking beer by the jug.
I remember once you passed that back like that with your arms out, so I was pouring Woodstock bourbon and coke down your throat to try and wake you up. Because that'd get you going again.
Yeah, I kind of remember falling backwards. I've got no idea how long I was out of it. But I kind of remember waking up and I thought, fuck, I love the Gabba. Most places would have kicked me out for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get another Woody.
I really should actually roll you on your side, thinking about it, instead of putting more booze in.
Yeah, because nobody would have noticed if I just fucking died there. Not at all. Yeah. Oh man, good times. So we used to play. Steve and I used to play in a band called Lame. Before that was Shave the Weasel. So
Yeah,
Steve's like my oldest of old mates when it comes to muso friends. So my first bands was me and Steve.
I saw you.
I joined Shave the Weasel as the singer. And
I saw
that
the
was a
land.
disaster.
Yeah.
And then Robbie, you came and
that's
saw
right.
us at the Not So Big
You
Day
guys
Out.
lived up.
That's right. Yeah. They got
You guys lived up to the name, man.
Yeah. Fucking lame, man.
You smashed it.
Yeah. That was
Smashed
great.
that lane.
Yeah,
Smashed it.
absolutely. Man. So we smashed being lame. We smashed it so hard that we got festival slots, and we got asked to play people's launches, and approached by bands that are still around. What's the name of those guys? Was Judd or Jed?
the Disables.
The Disables, man, they're still around.
No shit.
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
But we played at their first EP launch.
Yeah, that's right. With Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That was another one. Texas Dance Floor Massacre.
That was it. Yeah.
We played.
Yeah.
We supported them upstairs.
Yeah. That's one of the.
And then the Disables. We were on that main stage in the beer garden.
Yeah.
And we did that MXPX song. Because
that's Chick Magnet, was it?
Yeah. So MXPX is like this Christian skate punk band, and Judd or Jed, I can't remember his name, from the Disables. If you're watching this, Jed, I'm sorry, but I've forgotten your name.
Pretty sure it's Judd, but
Judd?
it was a long time
Like
ago.
Judd Apatow. Could be. It's Judd Apatow or Inbred Jed. I'll find a way to remember what his actual name is. But he was a good guy, man.
I don't
had
think
some
his
great
name
chats
was
with him.
Inbred Jed.
No, so it must be Judd. But yeah, I had great chats with that guy. He was like one of the punk elders in the scene at the time, and he kind of still seems to be now. Like he's like gone on to Rolo status. Like he's been in the punk scene forever and a day now.
Yeah.
And so
That was good. He was also pretty stand-up work, and he was always really supportive of us.
Yeah, he was, man.
Shit as we were.
as lame as we were. Exactly. But he hates this band called MXPX. Absolutely fucking hates them. And so for that, we got asked to play at his launch, the Disables launch. So we learned how to play this really shit song by MXPX called Chick Magnet. And it's like as dumb as they come, like the crappy music. He's a chick magnet. It's just bullshit pop punk Christian crap.
Pretty far for a white guy level.
Yes. And so we learned that song for the Disables launch, but just sped it up. Like it's like we did the intro, and as soon as he heard the fucking intro to the song, he walked out of the fucking room. And then we've gone 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, like turn it into like that our style of that fast fucking shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Steve was singing chick magnet, yeah. You know.
So you raped the song.
We fucking raped it.
Yeah, that's what you want.
And Inbred Jed, he fucking loved it, man. He really fucking loved it. We're just...
That's part of a punk's job.
Absolutely, man. Rape
the song.
Rape the song.
Oh, that was brilliant. Who else was around then? Mouthguard?
Mouthguard.
Community Cervix, I always remember.
Knorr.
Who else? And then $1 Short would come up, and
Oh wow, $1 short.
who else?
Who else was around?
Girls' Germs. That's
Girls'
Sydney.
Jams,
Was it
yeah.
Sydney or I can't remember exactly. Girls' Germs, I can't
I
remember.
don't know where they're from.
Oh, Sarah Skull are doing a reunion tour.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually coming back, and they're
You
doing
fucking
a.
love those guys.
Yeah, with the drummer singer, they're coming back for another.
Yeah, man, he was so tight.
Yeah.
Like really crisp sounding drums, and then singing melodically over it as well. Like not just like actual singing melodies while playing this really fast
Yeah, it was great.
punk trio.
What was that song? Operation Save the Humans or something like that.
That's it. That was the record, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Operation Save the Humans.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Long time ago. That's nearly 20 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting old.
That's what the drink
You're
was.
getting old, are you? Getting old? Oh, yes.
So our first band, Robbie, was called Shave the Weasel.
Shave the Weasel.
Yeah. That was when we were in high
Was
school.
that like 1 month before Lame or?
Oh, we
No,
had.
this was in high school. We were in grade 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Shit,
and our
man.
drummer was probably in his 50s or 60s. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You had a 3-piece in grade
No, we didn't have a
11.
3-piece.
What?
I was the singer and we had the bassist.
You had a 4-piece.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We
That
were
was
in
singing.
5.
And you
Was he
had a
in 5?
60-year-old guy.
Yeah, as a drummer.
Yeah. Because he was the dude that played at Steve's church.
Yeah. He rocked up to like a gig with bobby pins, but he was a
Yeah.
granddad, so he had
And,
like pins,
baby
like-
pins,
Yeah.
baby pins,
Pink
and he had a
elephant.
faux hawk.
Yeah.
Turned up with a faux hawk, and these like sweatbands, white sweatbands. Like, yeah, I'm feeling punk. I'm
He
like,
didn't ask you if you wanted a lolly?
what the fuck was he doing there? Is your question. Why was he doing this with these children?
Just wondering.
Look at his
Any
fucking
lolly questions?
19-piece kit.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
everything.
He used to play country and western. He'd have had 3 of
With a
this.
kit like that.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
But his rolls would go like. Yeah, just go forever.
One. Whoa, where's the one? I don't shit. Fuck. No, that's not where it's at.
In his defense, he was one of
That's
the
pretty
better.
punk. I've got to say, that's pretty punk.
And he was one of the better musicians in the band, I must say, as well.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was great.
Oh, man.
And then what? And then you went up and joined Gerald. And then,
Gerald.
Yeah,
From there I went to Gerald.
Good.
Yeah.
They don't exist anymore, do they?
No. No, that was a fun
That's a
band.
shame. They were
That
really
was
good.
fun.
Yeah, they were pretty fun.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
Great.
Yeah.
So
great brass,
Gerald was
great
kind of
brass.
like if as our drummer in Lane put it once, he said that if bands could have best friends, Lane and Gerald
Oh yeah,
would be
yeah.
like best
yeah.
mates because we played all the same gigs and we just hung out and got pissed together and
Yeah. I was there.
the gigs with Gerald gigs too. You were at the last Gerald gig, that's right.
Do you remember when their drummer put all this gunpowder on fire?
Oh yes!
He had a big pile of it right in front of his
Oh
face.
no,
Like,
that's right.
Why won't it light? Why won't it light? Boom! Tries to go up in fire.
Just ran with his head on fire. Oh god. So for a bit of context, Robbie, our my previous drummer's birthday party, and someone he knew somebody that had gone and visited a fireworks factory or gone to Canberra or some shit like that, and so he's gone, oh, this will be pretty cool, and he got some gunpowder and like laid it out like that. Because he'd always wanted to see what it would be like to light some gunpowder on and see it. Whoa, go chase, rah, rah,
Is
rah.
this on the table or
On a step. On
On a
a step.
step.
A step at the front of the house or the back of the house.
wooden step?
A wooden step.
Chunky? Like that.
Yeah, old school wooden step.
But the line of
Proper.
gunpowder.
Yeah, but the
It was a
line of
big line of
gunpowder.
coke.
It was like a slug or a cigar, like this.
Or a huge
that.
line of coke.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a fucking massive line of coke. And I was in the front row for this. It was great. And he's just going. He's like, back here. Oh, it's not lighting. Why won't it light? This big thing's just gone. And just engulfed his entire head. And he's just screaming with his
So he
head
should.
on fire. You know
Fucking
what?
did he pass grade 6? The fuck is that?
What the fuck is is that? Why? What's wrong with that guy?
Yeah, fucking run. Fucking dickhead.
Like he had like dreads and a bit of a beard going on it, and it's like
And eyebrows at that point.
but it's like all of the hair at the front is just gone.
He deserved every little bit of that.
Oh, man.
Every little
And
bit.
then, like even on the night, his skin started peeling.
Good.
Right? Yeah, good. He deserved this shit.
Yep.
You fucking idiot. It's like gone pink and started peeling, and he's just got this look on his face the whole time.
Am I a fucking idiot? Am I a fucking idiot?
What the fuck is wrong with me? Why do I keep doing these things?
That's why they say, kids, don't do this at home. Don't do that at home.
Oh my god,
Shit.
yeah.
No, do it, kids. I'm not your parents. It's fun.
Go for it.
If you
Blow your fucking face off.
If you do it with the camera in front of you,
Yeah.
you go viral, you'll be famous.
Yeah. Get rich quick.
Oh, viral famous.
Mm.
I'm in hospital, but I got a meal.
Skin grows back now. So do eyelashes.
Yeah.
apparently. That
I've got
that night
2
is
years
proof
of
to me.
outpatient
Yeah,
appointments, but I got a meal. I just said I've got 2 years of outpatient appointments, and I got a meal. Anyway, there's a fucking lull for you, if ever I heard one.
Talk your way out of it. Come on. Show me how it's done. This is dead air right now, Robert. What have you got coming up, Steve-O?
Well, moving to Cairns. Never been to Cairns. So,
Yeah.
don't know. Really don't know.
Mhm.
I'd love to play some metal, like some southern, like the deep south kind of sludgy metal.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I don't know what's up in Cairns, but my mate Byron, he's a fucking talented musician, man.
Yeah.
But he's originally from Cairns. So he's
nice.
coming over later.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And you can talk to him about like the Cairns music industry and what the hell goes on up there.
That'd be really good because I just imagined working at the Yorkie's Knob Golf Club or the Yacht Club and playing Blue Sky Mine every night.
Kill yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Suicide music.
yeah, pretty much.
Do you know how far Cairns is from Airlie Beach? Because that's a pretty happening town.
I don't have a clue. The furthest north I've been is Bundaberg. So,
Not sure. Yeah.
Cairns and Ellie Beach are
Miles and miles away. Okay, I just know that's a.
Yeah.
There might be touristy things around.
Cairns is further up than towns.
I'm actually pretty happy to just go
Might be
fishing
over there.
for 6 months. Like, I just want to go fishing like there's barramundi and mangrove jack and all this.
Sure thing, yeah.
Even just some flatties would be great.
Yeah.
Let's go fishing for a bit. Take it easy.
Yum.
Yeah, that's the plan, I think.
Well, if I'm ever playing up that way, I'll let you know.
Yeah. And I'll stumble back down this way at some point over the next year.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That should be good. And it's pretty cool. We've with Blues Arcadia, we've picked up a booking agent, Rhythm Section Management.
Oh, yeah.
They were the rhythm section for a really cool blues rock band called Chase the Sun. I think you might have seen that gig. You and Jackson might have been at that gig where I played. It was my first gig with Devil's Kiosk, and we were supporting a band in the Valley, the Black Bear Lodge, called Chase the Sun.
Yes,
and it's like Rage Against the Machine plays the blues.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah. They're pretty rocking, man.
Yeah.
Pretty out there, pretty fucking wild too. But the rhythm section from that band formed a booking agency called Rhythm Section Management.
Yeah.
And like they've got some great acts like Marshall O'Kell, I think maybe Hussey Hicks, I'm not entirely sure. But like they've got some really cool Aussie blues based bands on their roster. And so we've just been signed with them as a booking agent.
Yeah.
And so next year is actually really starting to fill up. Like I was asked what my availabilities are until July.
Yeah.
You know, like that's how far out I've got to be thinking because they're just throwing gigs at us, you know. So that's pretty fucking cool. I'll be traveling around,
nice.
or like hopefully like a bunch of festivals,
Yeah.
all the Melbournes, all the Sydneys, and all of that sort of shit.
Yeah, awesome. Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that's pretty
Yeah.
exciting.
While we're doing shout-outs, Rain and Slumber and Dutch Chakai, 2 bands to check out from Cambodia. While we're doing shout-outs.
Can you say them again?
Can you spell them?
Yeah. Rain in Slumber
Rain in Slumber.
and Dutch Chakai, which means angry
Sounds-
dog. It's DOCH space CHKAE. Dutch Chakai.
Sounds Klingon.
They played the fucking Wacken Festival in Germany. Like these kids.
Oh,
from,
really?
Yeah, kids
That's
from
pretty cool.
yeah. They grew up in a rubbish
Yeah.
dump in Phnom Penh.
Fucking well done.
Yeah,
Dutch
playing
Chakai? Dutch
yeah,
Chakai?
yeah,
Fucking well
yeah.
done, boys.
Dutch
That's great.
Chakai. Dutch Chakai. Like
Incredible.
metal in Cambodia is growing, and it's like Rain in Slumber is a cracking good, like the granddaddy of the scene,
Mm-hmm.
and then Dutch Chakai, these angry young kids who just play amazing shit. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
They've been
Right.
persecuted, like, everyone else.
Persecuted. I guess growing up in rubbish dumps pretty shit. But I mean, yeah,
Probably.
yeah,
I wouldn't
Yeah.
know. Got nothing to relate it to.
yeah. That's
I only grew up in a Nala.
Yeah, Dutch Chakai. Yeah. Oh, and also Checkered Past.
Checkered Past, is that the
Yeah,
Scar band?
yeah, it's my Scar band.
Checkered Past.
Hey everyone.
It's such a Scar name. It's great.
Oh, it's brilliant. Apparently there's an imposter band from the States called Checkered Past, but they can change that name.
I should.
Yeah. So the other Checkered Past, change your name. Yeah. Alright, we done here, boys?
What's happening, Robbo?
What, in terms of you've done all your plugs?
Yeah.
Have you got any plugs?
Well, Scatology every week. It's our plug.
Yeah.
Is that all you've got?
Worth a drink for me anyway. Scatology.
Yeah. Unless you want to look. Anyway.
Sorry. No, keep going. Keep going.
Um,
Keep going. Keep going. I want to hear where that thought's going.
No.
What's this thought that you just stopped? Tell me. Tell me. I'll play psychologist for a moment.
Fuck you.
Why did you feel the need to stop just now?
Huh?
Really? Is that all you've got? Huh?
Yeah. Huh?
Unfortunately, because I am not trained in psychology, I don't have a counter argument against that. So,
Against huh?
you're probably right.
I'm pretty
Either
sure
that or I couldn't be fucked. I'm not really sure.
heart definitely means repressing childhood issues.
Oh, I'll bet.
Probably from the father, maybe from the mother.
Probably a little bit of both, but
Yeah.
mostly from the father.
Yeah, going on the gender.
I'm
Yeah.
sure of that.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Depends if you're a Freudian or a Jungian, or one of the big five, or I can't remember my slight terms now. It's been too long.
Myers-Briggs?
I think that's quackery, but I can't really remember.
Tell me.
That's like the INFP and all that.
Yeah,
kind of
all
stuff.
that, all that.
Yeah, some people think it's quackery. Other people believe in the big five. I've been out of the industry for a decade, so
It's not quackery because it's statistically significant
Mm.
and has predictive purposes.
Mm.
It's
In the
used
workplace.
very
It was-
heavily
it's designed for HR
It's
managers.
used very heavily in organizational psychology.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm well out of the loop with all that stuff.
Oh, good.
What's the big
So am I.
The big five are the big five personality traits. It's
They're used as well, yes.
yeah, there's like extroversion. There's no introversion. It's just how
Oh,
extroverted
okay,
you
how
are.
extroverted you are. Okay, that's a good process.
You know more than I would.
Openness, conscientiousness.
Yeah, and
Sounds like a Christian song.
like being a good bloke or a good bloke-ess and something else.
Psychoticism.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Psychosis. Yeah. You know all that stuff. I
Oh,
can't remember.
psychosis, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I reckon I'd rate pretty high on that one.
Yeah, what? Nah,
I've got the sunglasses, you can't see how my eyes are.
definitely not a 0.
Why?
You're definitely not a 0 on that scale. But you're also not a 10.
I'm not a 10.
That's all I'm gonna say.
All I know is like delusions of grandeur. That's the only one I remember.
Oh, okay.
So, that's the only one I can remember from the late stuff. God.
Steve, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure. Jeff,
100%.
Cheers, mate.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Bonza.